Hey! Hi! Yeah, you like being talked to, do you? Hello, Baron.
What's up, everyone? You just decide to start looking for land, but you don't know what you're looking for when it comes to land. In this video, I'm going to explain what you're going to look for in land. Here are 7 things you should know before buying land. You want to know exactly what the zoning is for your land when it comes to purchasing. Either it's when you're using it for building or it is for commercial use. You can look at zonings by looking at the zoning maps, and it should tell you what they specify for each zoning. Like here's an example of Bozeman Zoning Map. Let's turn on the zonings. There's quite a few zonings when it comes to in certain areas. For example, this is R2. If you get on the website, you can actually see what the difference between RS, R1, R2, and so on. And it also depends on what city and county you're in. It might be different for each zoning. You should contact the city or the county about the zoning. And the zoning can also include like square footage, the height, what can you do on that zoning. Can you run a business on that zoning or multifamily? Property size. So you should know what your property size is. You can look on like Onyx, or even, for example, I use Onyx for looking at size, but I always recommend to get a survey done just to make sure. Topography. Get to know the topography for the certain areas you're in. Like for example, in Three Forks where I'm at, we have soil problems, so we always have to test the soil, make sure it looks good before we start building. And if it isn't, then we have to figure things around that to be able to build. And normally it's because of the clay that we have out here. Easements. You want to check easements and make sure you have access to the property. I've dealt with some clients that were landlocked to the property, and landlocked means you can't access to the property. But in most cases, you want to make sure that there's a way in to the property, either by you can check title companies. They might have a easement document. Property values. So for the property values, you want to look at the comps, see what things are sold, especially like right now with land. It's a little hard to find comps because there's very low inventory, but mostly when the property is higher, it's due to there's utilities in the ground, and it's also easy access to. So a property that is more harder to get, that has no utilities, is going to be cheaper versus the one that has a well, septic, electric nearby or on the property. When it comes to utilities, you want to see what's available at first, like I'm saying that in the last part, like you want to check electricity is nearby. It can get really pricey if it's not nearby. And you also want to check like well logs that are, so a well log is more like you can see the neighbors' wells and see what the depth are those, and that's a good example of what how deep your well is. It's not exact, and it might be different for each lot. Like for example, my well is 120 feet, but then our neighbors has almost 500 feet, and they're not that far away from us. So I would recommend to check out the well logs and stuff. The well log can give you a estimate idea of what the depth would be, but it's not exact. If you have any other questions, please leave a comment down below, or please don't hesitate to contact me through email or phone number.